Okay, so we have the game set up. You might be getting some feedback from me. You will be hearing the GGDA voice channel. We're all planning and scheming. Button Hat is setting up the game right now. So you can see the Tribunal Tactics image. What do we got the parameters for the game, Button Hat?
Parameters for the game are not to be seen at the moment. As soon as everyone is added, they will see parameters for the game. I am in the works for that. There's Andrew. Works for that. A little bit of echo there.
You still have time in the audience if you want to go ahead and jump in to get into the voice channel. I think right now we're at 5 or 6 players. Obviously, you can handle a whole bunch. And we've got our own Siege speaker, Ian Schreiber, back as part of the game.
Good to be here.
Watch, he knows how to improv all kinds of dangerous situations.
He knows how to improv all kinds of dangerous situations. Make sure. All right, and Ilya as well. So everyone should see. The channel. Is this everyone who will be joining?
Yep, we'll go with this. Or you want to play too, or can you, Button Hat?
Oh yeah, I'm in as well.
Oh, excellent.
I started it. So
GM advantage. All right, generating game map.
That was just me trying this thing out.
Ah, yes.
All right, so we all see the map. The GGDA is nice and off by itself up in the upper right, and everyone else is congregated together to pound on each other.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh, okay. So I can immediately see that this will be an issue if you've got multiple people with the same icon, like the default one that I have.
That is right. You can spoof
that is
like that.
Correct.
Same icon.
Yep.
Like the default.
And that's funny because I'd forgotten that for some reason I'm showing one icon here, but I actually use a different icon now. So I don't know why it's doing this, Tim, but mine is grabbing my Noble Armada one, where I'm usually the Emperor Alexius. Uh-oh, people are doing things already.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh wow, so your commands are public. Okay, I see that.
Yep, all commands are public. Everyone should see that. Now, if you wanted to...
Yeah. One thing I don't see here is, like, the parameters for the game of, like, when this starts. Oh, I see. 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... But there's no way to do, like, a live countdown timer on here?
If I recall, it does set out regular alerts, usually with like 1 minute before end of.
And if you do info on yourself, Ian, you'll see some interesting things.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ian has received an additional action.
Ian's got an extra action. Somebody's trying to be friends with him and not have Ian kill him right off the bat just because they're next to each other. Politicking already. Now, one of the cool things I like that Tim's done with this is we could be doing this in different voice channels. I could be texting to Ian directly about how we're going to gang up on Mr. Button Hat himself.
How is my first question is, how is it possible that someone did that And second, how was I notified? Because I don't see any. I didn't get any notification of that at all.
Good one for Tim to write down as a bug notification. You get it. You do have to check info on yourself pretty regularly. It's not a bad idea to do that health check on it, I've noticed.
There was a small notification of giving op to a player at site.
Right. It just said my action, but Ian didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here now.
It actually says
something. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it actually says down there. It's the only thing I saw was that someone gave an op to 04, but 04 isn't even on the board.
I4. Did it say 04?
It says site it says site 04 or 04. No, it's 04.
Maybe I typed 0 instead of 1 when I meant to. You still got the.
And how did you even give that? Like, I thought you had to be like adjacent or within range in order to give.
I am adjacent to you at an angle.
Diagonals count.
Diagonal counts at. Wait. But your GGDA is like in D9, and I'm in.
People. I'm also Noble Armada.
Oh, okay. Okay, because
I'm cheating that way.
Andrew, do you want me to give an overview of how the game works?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I was in the other call, so let me. You guys just started playing. All right. So the game is in phases. There's a battle phase, and then there's a jury phase. The rules are very simple. What you can do is you can move one cell. That never increases. As always, you can just move one. You can increase your attack range, obviously, and you're going to be spending an op when you do that. Ops are given to everyone at the beginning of the round. You can attack someone with range. You can move. You can increase your attack range, or you can throw your op within range to someone else. And this way, you can get a cluster of multiple people getting. One person getting like everyone else's op so they can move 3 times and kill someone or something like that. Everyone has 3 hit points. Once you've been attacked 3 times, you are eliminated from the game, but you are not out of the game. You will then be moved into the jury. And the jury is when the battle phase is completed, we go into the jury phase, where everyone who's in the jury votes on whoever's left. Whoever gets the most votes gets an additional second op at the beginning of the next turn. And there you go. From there, it's just everyone scheming with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels very diplomacy, except that none of us are actually scheming.
We should be scheming. That's the fun that we're
Not quite
avoiding
yet.
right now. Because right now, I should be scheming with the GGDA.
Right. It's also unclear, like.
Attack range.
Yeah, it's also unclear for me, like, when a new turn starts, what's going on. Yeah, do I have an op or not, or how many do I have?
Okay, so good question. So you'll see that this once the phase is ended, I'll do the phase command here, and it's going to tell you how much time is left in the phase.
Okay, 6 seconds.
Okay, so when this ends, if you set the cooldown to 0, the next phase is going to start right away. So the cooldown's at 0, so it went by really quick. But if we scroll back through, you'll see the battle phase is complete. The next phase starts right now, and there's no members of the jury yet. So if there's no jury, we don't do the jury phase. We just go right back into the battle phase.
Okay, so what? Okay, so it looks like I'm a little confused about a few things.
I'm here to help.
Because in the first turn, I increased my range twice, but I'm showing up as only having done it once. And then somehow
you increased your range. Did you see the actual attack range increase show up twice? Because if you do something,
not give me any feedback on what I was doing.
Okay, have you already gone so far this phase?
I don't know. How would I know?
Did you do all right, we'll do /info.
Okay.
This is how you know. Do /info.
Okay. And
it's going to send you a DM. You're going to get a direct message from Tribunal Tactics with your info.
Okay, so There's 2 laps on. Okay, so that tells me that I have not done this yet. But in the last turn, though, I'm talking about. Like, I apparently got an op shared with me, at least I think I did, but when I used it, but when I took 2 actions, it looks like only one of them was taken, and then I was told that I was being given another action, and I did stuff, and it didn't give me any feedback on whether that like succeeded or failed or anything like that, but apparently nothing else went off.
Okay. So it should be giving you feedback. If it didn't, that is a bug. It's not part of the design.
Okay.
Also, if everyone's doing actions at the exact same time, sometimes and this is one of the tricks of doing a game where the state is in the stream, you may have to go back up and see, wait, did that actually work? Because it does take a second. Well, you do the command, I received the information.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing now it's like there's just a lot of noise in the channel.
Right, because everyone's going fast right now.
Right.
Where in the original design of this game is for the battle phases to be a lot longer, like 3 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. Give everyone plenty of time to steam and then do things.
More diplomacy-like.
Yeah, I can see that. Although I've seen diplomacy itself played with like 5-minute rounds, it's interesting.
Yeah,
so.
and in the create game option, you get to decide how long you and your friends want to play for. Right. If you want to do, 90-minute rounds or whatever.
Yep. I'm wondering if this is something where threading would help to reduce the noise and allow for more chatter.
Totally possible. And that's why I'm getting lots of good feedback from you guys playtesting it of like, it'd be better if it was in a thread, that way I get mentioned. Or do you just want to get mentioned when stuff happens to you? In previous iterations of these games, I've found that like, if I mention you too much, people just will mute the channel because it's just too much.
Right.
Oh, look at you. Where are you?
Okay, so I just infoed myself. It tells me I have 1 opt, but I also see in the channel that I was given another one. So that does not appear to have happened.
You will. So if it's successful, there's going to be a big picture that says so-and-so gave an opt to you. If it wasn't successful, they're going to get a DM that says you don't have an opt to give.
Okay, so that was in. Okay, you're getting a so you get a DM when you give an invalid command. That's what's going on. All right.
That's right. And I started doing it that way because I found that players were hesitant to try slash commands if their failures were going to be on Front Street.
Right.
So I'm showing that failures file now to everybody in the stream.
Yep.
And now I'm going back to the main game channel.
Yeah. The challenge for me is that I've got a lot of Discord channels in my sidebar. And the GGDA one is actually more than a screen length down from my DMs. So going back and forth between this and my DMs is really obnoxious.
Yeah, but it's very easy how Discord lets you just move it up and move it right back.
Yeah. I guess I can. All right.
You've got problems. Andrew's got answers.
How is it GGDA not your #1 Discord channel, everybody?
Actually, my #1 Discord channel is the one that's on the bottom, not the top, but...
You confuse me.
All right, there we go. Okay. Is no one else doing anything? Oh, here we go.
I did my actions really quickly. It's very interesting how the chess movement is kind of in there. Because if you go back to a corner to try and defend, you can get easily trapped and ganged up on.
Yeah, I feel like movement seems like a not a huge thing in this game, just because you can just increase your range instead.
Right. And the best. Oh, I'm out. Thanks, dude.
Oh, I
So
thought
I'm
I was
there.
going to knock Tim out of the game.
Oh, dang.
Nah, I figured we'd have
Well,
Tim
thanks,
show off the
dude.
jury side of the game.
Yeah, I get to vote. Guess who I'm not voting for?
I figure as much. I think I'm going to be joining you shortly.
Ian, remember to hit flash match, not this match. There you go.
So yeah, playtesters so far have said that this is like a cross between chess and Battleship. I thought that was fun.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Where it's like an anonymous of where people are or something like that on the map.
Like a fog of war.
Yeah, that might actually be kind of pretty
Oh
cool.
no! Well,
Get a little bit of
I
a.
said
it's
I'd
like,
be joining
yeah,
you
I can
shortly.
kind of see everybody,
The Georgia
and
game
like you
devs
just
are
increase your range to run away. Increase your range to run away. And
So
then
this is something that's
attack
going
them.
on in. Okay. Sorry. So this is something that's going on in real time, right?
That's right. There's a tick on the server.
Okay, so if like two players are in range of each other, they both have one life left, and they try to attack each other, it's just going to be whoever gets the command typed in first.
That's right.
Okay, interesting.
It's an RTS with a Twitch component.
All right.
Although I have been trying to get as much Twitch out of it because playtesters have been like, if it's going to be Twitchy, why am I playing it in Discord? Why is it not just a normal game? Because the idea being that this could be something that you could do asynchronously over multiple hours. But once again, I'm trying to leave those options in for players to create their own time limits. But yeah, the increased range runaway move is that's a pro tip right there.
Now we need to gang up on HDI Andrew so that he can show the vote mechanic.
That should show off the vote mechanic here shortly with the two of us who've already been
Yeah, I'd like HDI
eliminated.
Andrew to show it off as an actual participant in it. So I've shown them HDI Andrew. I haven't shown HDI Andrew moving, so maybe I should move and do that stuff too. Remember, they're really only seeing my version of it.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you set the vote for?
Vote rounds are 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So here we go. There's 2 jury members.
Oh, there we go.
The 2 of us. So we've got 2 minutes to go.
Vote for Georgia Game Devs. Vote for Georgia Game Devs.
So if all the votes get in, does the jury phase end early, or does it still tick down on the timer?
That's something I should probably. Well, no, it's still going to tick down to the timer because if you know that you're safe for like 3 hours, it would probably make you mad if it started 10 minutes later.
Yep, I can see same thing with battle phase. Like if no one has any ops left, I can see that as an option. Like you wouldn't want that with like 24-hour games, phases, but you might want to do that for like 5-minute phases.
I can always add it as an option.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. But yeah, in playtesting this, I'll be in the middle of a meeting and then I'll realize that I've been attacked and I haven't moved yet, and there's only like 2 minutes left to a 12-hour round. Okay, so voting.
So okay, the vote happened, but it didn't say what the vote result was.
That's very weird. It should have told us the battle phase started.
The voting phase is still going, I believe, at this moment.
Someone
okay.
just used the map. You're right.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
This is a nice way to keep your opponents on their feet.
Another confusing thing. Yeah. All right.
And Justin, did you get a DM that said that your vote is recorded for whoever you voted for?
That's correct.
Okay, good.
11 more seconds.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that at the end of the battle phase, 2 people typed phase at the same time, and it just kind of spammed the channel with it.
Oh
no.
the vote.
Oh, no.
So yeah, there's if it's a tie, then no one won.
Okay.
You guys are in Georgia. You should know all about votes.
So is range so is range a range? So range is just total number of squares including diagonal.
That's correct.
Okay.
I was going to implement hexagons, but then I was like, nah, great it is.
Oh, that's annoying. Mistakes were made. Although I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and type in something I can't do just to show folks what happens.
Yep. So you should be getting an invalid target message DM to you.
Yep. But it's still showing up in the main.
Hey.
It is still showing. So when you use a slash, and this is just kind of a conceit of the platform, when you use a slash command,
Yeah.
you only have 3 seconds to respond to a slash command before it throws an error saying that the app or the bot timed out. So you have to respond before you actually know if anything is valid, because checking all that stuff takes more time than just the response on the network. So,
Any thoughts to having the command be something that you issue by whispering it to the direct messaging it to the bot instead of typing it in a global chat room?
we could do it, but then you'd have to tell it what channel you're in, what game you're in, because this thing handles multiple games at the same time. So it would need to know more about you. But that's an interesting idea to play with.
Well, if you were, I guess if you restricted players to one game that they're in at a time and you recorded who they were and you knew. But you're right, if you were in 3 different games simultaneously, then you'd have to tell it which game.
That's right. And you might be in games on multiple Discord servers, too.
Right.
We have a late joiner.
Time to vote. Should we vote for the same person, Justin, so we can see the winner?
Sure. Vote for... We can also help to finish off HDI Andrew.
Sure, vote for Ian. Feel like a Mary Poppins. Votes for women. That's in time.
Believe in love.
Well, D3 and F7 can both kill H3.
What?
Well, H3 is basically dead right now.
What?
But H3 actually hasn't done anything for most of the game, so...
I kept giving you up.
Yeah. I never got them.
Yeah, you have to be
Additionally,
within...
there's a new target.
Oh, hey, someone just added another player.
More people jumping
Wait,
in.
did another player just join in the middle of the...
Yep.
Is that allowed?
I have late joins on at the moment. It's going to become an option.
Okay, that seems like an unfortunate thing to happen in late game.
Yes.
Hey, everyone.
It's like pro wrestling. The fresh player comes in from the locker and wipes out the ring.
Yeah. Except in this case, that person is starting with, nothing built up.
But they are right next to another player.
Yeah, that's true.
It is still voting phase.
Yep.
So hopefully Andrew, hopefully you were getting DMs telling you that it was the wrong phase.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm realizing that I've got DM turned off on the ACI Andrew account, but on GGDA. So that's what I was just testing.
I see.
And there you are. There's
Because
Ian
I turned
receiving
off notifications for the live stream.
Right.
So I'm not getting the notifications on the one I'm streaming, just on the other one. Oh well.
So Ian, if you do an info on yourself, you should see that you have 2 ops now.
Okay, let's see. Nope.
No?
It says 331. This does say that I got it, but let me try info again. Nope, it still shows me at 1.
Okay, that is a bug. I will look into that. Actually, I have the server logs right now. You'll look at the server logs.
All right.
Apparently I have notifications turned off somewhere else. I got to figure out.
was it the text and images app settings?
I've got that working fine this time.
Okay.
Okay, one of the cool things about the way I wrote this as well is I'm going to save the simulation state and I can load it back up later to find out what happened.
Mm. "18 seconds.
I think we can go through one more phase, and then maybe Andrew will pause it and go back to finish up the slide deck.
Sounds good.
Oh, GGDA attacked just 1 second too late.
Oh well. I thought I'd do the sneak attack there at the end.
Yeah, I was thinking about that and how you might support that, but you really need to watch the time carefully.
Yep. I should have it run on my phone too. All right. After the jury phase, we'll get Button Hat to go ahead and pause. And to Creative Genius, good having you in the game. Glad you could join and try it out.
Yeah.
I know you've got an active Discord, so it used to be fun for your users too. Talking to Tim, I could see this being great for folks who are working to build their community in their Discord. If it doesn't end up pissing off everyone hating each other now that they've killed each other a few times. But I'm of the opinion, even games like Diplomacy bring people together.
I was gonna say, like Diplomacy as a friendship ending exercise.
I love everybody I've ever played Diplomacy with, except England.
I was gonna say Diplomacy, Mario Party. There's a few friendship enders out there.
I think Diplomacy is definitely the number one use case for that, though.
But it's always so funny because you're upset because they stabbed you in the back just one round before you planned to stab them in the back.
I think part of it's also just how abstract it is. Like, the Game of Thrones board game has a lot of the same mechanics, but it doesn't have that friendship ending capability, and I think part of that's just because it uses this IP. So it's like, yeah, you stabbed me in the back, but you're Starks. What did I expect? When it's like, oh, I'm Germany, you're England, it's like, it's more abstract. It's like, oh, the green player stabbed me in the back, but that's you. There's no role playing here.
All right, if the players want to hang out here, we'll be back after the rest of the presentation. So let me go get that presentation set up again. We'll transition to that and be right back.